In this video, we're going to be covering how the bonuses section works on the Accumulator Generator calculator. I've got a perfect bet here with Jennings Bet. It's got an estimated value of £10 based on a £50 stake. I'm going to call this up in the calculator. First thing to do is switch the bonuses section to yes. To explain what all these different figures means, the bonus retention and the refund amount. The refund amount is the amount that you get refunded if one selection lets you down. To find that out, call up the offers, and we can see here that the maximum refund's £50. Very first thing we'd do is we'd check the back stake, which is £50. That's already correct. The refund amount is also £50, and the bonus retention, that's the percentage that you can extract from the free bet. To work out what that value is, you times the refund amount, which is £50, against 80%. So you can expect to make a £40 profit from a £50 free bet. For example, we're going to be working with the bonuses section set to yes and the lock-in refund set to no. I'll explain what the lock-in feature does in a separate video. Just for this one, I just want to explain the concept of exactly how the bonuses section works. So what you do is with this particular offer is we've got the Jennings Bet refund if one team lets you down. First thing you do is, as you normally would, is you place your £50 qualifying accumulator on these 5 teams. It'd be a £50 qualifying bet. You'd make sure that the teams had all these odds, and then you'd submit that bet. What we're going to do is I'm going to go through the different features. What we're going to do is we're going to pretend that the first 4 legs have won, and we'll see how that affects the calculations. So I'm going to fill in the ideal stakes for the first 4 teams, exactly as the Accumulator Generator calculator tells us. Then we're going to have the first 4 legs as win. Before I enter the win in the 4th leg, if we just come down and look at the profit and loss, currently for each leg it's got a £6 and 1 pence loss, whatever the outcome. Now notice when I put a win in the 4th leg, notice what happens to the calculations in the profit and loss is they've changed. The only 2 possible outcomes are these bottom 2. The first 4 teams have already won, so for this last leg, the 5th leg, all that can happen is the team can either lose, which would be this profit and loss outcome here, or they can win, which would be this profit and loss outcome here. So if the last team loses, what's going to happen is you're going to lose £27 and 32 pence. However, you're going to get a £50 refund from Jennings Bet because one team's let you down. We already know that we can extract 80% of the value of that £50 free bet. So that's £50 times by 80%. We know that we can extract £40 from that free bet. So if you minus the £40 profit from the free bet against the £27 and 32 pence lost from the accumulator qualifying bet, that's a profit of £12 and 68 pence. And if the final leg wins, that's also a profit of £12 and 68 pence. You wouldn't get any refund from the bookmaker because all the teams have won. However, the additional profit will go straight into your betting exchange account. So what the bonuses section does is if the first 4 legs win, what it'll do with the final leg is it'll give you an equal profit whatever happens. So if the bet loses, you're going to make £12 and 68 pence, and if it wins, you're going to make £12 and 68 pence. It just gives you an equal profit on all the outcomes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear all these bets and show you a different example. What we'll do with the next example is we've laid the first leg, that bet's won. Then what we'll do is we'll have the second leg, we'll place our ideal stake, and we'll have this bet as lost. And we'll see exactly what happens with the profit and loss. So I'll scroll down so you can see the profit and loss. We'll enter lose. Now we can see what's happened here is it's given us £6.68 profit, whatever the outcome. Finally, down at the bottom, that's a £33 and 33 pence loss. If you'll notice, that's where all the bets win and one lose, so you get the refund. So we know that we can extract £40 from the £50 refund minus, so that's an equal profit, £6 and 67 pence, whatever the outcome. There's a massive point next, is if you look at the lay stake, I'll just take that out. If you look at this lay stake here, that's £79 and 16 pence. If we put the L in, the figure shoots right down. So I'll explain that now. It's with the bonuses section, you always stop laying after the second loser. Because we've only had winners, these larger figures, what we're doing is we're laying against the accumulator bet that we've placed with Jennings bet. We know that the second that one bet loses is that the accumulator bet will have lost with the bookmaker. When one of the sections loses, then what these smaller stakes are is we're laying against the refund so that you make an equal profit or loss, whatever the outcome. You can see this yourself. The first leg's won, the second leg's lost, then the remaining legs we're laying against the refund. If all of the selections win, let's just say for example, all these selections win, we know that we're going to get the refund. We'll have a £33 and 33 pence loss. However, we'll make £40 from the free bet, which means we'll make £6 and 67 pence, whatever the outcome. And a different scenario is we place the lay bet on the first leg, that's won. The second leg's lost. We place the lay bet on the third leg, which is £12 and 95 pence. Leg loses in Betfair, then you've got an additional lay amount where you're laying against a refund that will win in your betting exchange account, and you'll make a £6 and 68 pence profit, and you won't get any refund. So the big thing to take away is when you're using the bonuses section, you always stop laying on the second loser. When you first start off, you're laying against the accumulator bet. Once you've had your first loser, you're laying against the refund amount. And what the bonuses section does is it'll give you an equal profit, whatever the outcome. In this particular accurate, it's £6 and 67. You can mess around with different accumulators, putting in win and losers in different places, and obviously it'll give you different readings for all the different accumulator bets. What I'll do now is I'll just run you through and explain the maths of this particular accumulator bet. So what's happened is we've placed a fivefold with Jennings bet. The first lay bet, that lost with the betting exchange. The second lay bet won with the betting exchange, and so did the third lay bet. Because we've had two losers, we're not going to place any more lay bets. To work out the profit and loss, we've lost £50 bookmaker stake. We know that's because we've had a loser. Once you've had a losing bet in any of the legs, the bet's lost with the bookmaker. The first bet lost with the betting exchange and won with the bookmaker. For this particular bet, it's the back wins, that's the amount that you lost from the first lay bet. We had a £25 and 13 pence loss from the first leg lay bet. Now if you look at the profits that we've made, because the second leg won in the betting exchange account, we made a £69 and 11 pence profit. That's a winning lay bet with leg 2. And then for the third leg, because that won in the betting exchange as well, we won £12 and 69 pence. If we work out our profit and loss, we lost the £50 bookmaker stake, the first lay leg lost with the betting exchange, so overall that's a loss of £75 and 13 pence. Next we'll add up our winning bets. We won lay leg 2 with the betting exchange. We also won lay leg 3 with £12.69. That's a total profit winning the betting exchange of £81.80. If we minus the profits made against the losses, that's £81.80 profits minus £75.13 losses. Overall, that's a £6.67 profit. For all the different outcomes, the calculator will just tell you exactly what's going to happen. Looking at the different legs, so we've had win, lose, lose, which is this one here. That's your qualifying bet loss. Win, lose, lose, with a £6.68 profit, whatever the outcome. This may seem slightly confusing in this video, which is why I've done several video examples of me placing bets and showing you exactly what I'm going to do next, explaining the whole process. And also at the end of each video, I'll be showing you how to work out the profit and loss so you get the same figures as the profit and loss on the Accumulator Generator calculator. This really is fairly simple. Once you watch these training videos, you'll know exactly how it works.